I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Without further ado, we're going to hop into our number 5 play with Dravis on Thresh. At the beginning of this play, we see Maokai come in with a lane gank as Tark lands the dazzle and he twisted advances in. While this is going on, Ashe stays on the enemy AD carry, scaring him away, and then chooses to actually go balls to the wall for the kill, disregarding the Lantern and chasing the Ezreal to secure the kill after being exhausted with a blind flash volley into the brush. Now it's up to Thresh to get her out of there as Tark stuns, but she cleanses it, and then Thresh exhausts Maokai as he twisted advances, suppressing the damage, and Vi comes back to help out. All of a sudden with ult and Ghost, Singe comes rushing in and goes straight for Ashe, but right before the flame we see a great flash E, stalling him, and then immediately after an incredible hook pulling him against the tower and forcing the retreat. They walk away from this crazy fight with the advantage thanks to an amazingly well-played support and teamwork from all 3 players. At our number 4 play, we have Columbus on Twisted Fate. For some backstory, we see Nocturne just pushed out top lane in this very close game, and right before his recall, the enemy team catches him for the kill and then immediately transitions to Baron. Red team backs out of the jungle, not wanting any part of a 4v5. As the enemy team sits on Baron, we see TF's ultimate start up as we see he ran down mid lane to get into range for his ultimate to place him right next to his creep wave. Blue team secures Baron and they start to recall, but then Ezreal stops Xin and Alistar with an Iceborne auto attack, and then he actually decides to arcane shift and stop Lee Sin last second before he recalls. He immediately gets vaporized, but this bought more time for Columbus to keep on pushing the base as we go back to him and see he has begun taking on the Nexus. Keep in mind, 5 players are recalling currently to stop this one Twisted Fate from winning the game. Out of nowhere, Alistar comes in and he flashes a WQ combo, also dodging Lee Sin's Sonic Wave, but he gets exhausted and kicked back as he runs in and finishes it off with a final Lich Bane auto attack to win the game. Coming in at third place is Z-Macomp on Vayne, and we start this play right after our team lost the fight and we see all 5 enemy players funneling in towards Vayne. She tumble dodges a bomb, finishes off Fiddles, swaps to Ezreal but gets taunted by Shen, and then she cleanses into a beautiful flash on Ezreal for the triple kill and finally gets onto Sona for the quad. They chase Ziggs to go for the ace, but with his minefield he gets the Guardian Angel to pop and brings down Nunu. With 1 player left on each team, they initially choose to back off and end the fight, but thanks to the ward placed near blue, Vayne has the upper hand and goes back in to finish him off with a great tumble, just barely clearing over the charge for the ace. Landing a spot at our number 2 play is PG and Nova on Lee Sin. At the beginning of this play, we see Malphite in trouble as Lee Sin lands a Q and waits for Ahri to use her dash before going in and landing the triple slow and killing her as she dashes away. After the taunt, he pursues Shen and then decides to back out using the movement speed from Blade of the Ruined King, but he's surrounded and gets stunned by Riven, dropping solo, but he gets the ward jump over the wall into an immediate Sonic Wave resonating strike combo and Shen for his 2nd kill. Thanks to the health potions, he barely survives, and then Italy goes for the spear, but he flashes over it perfectly, getting hit once before ward jumping back over the wall, absorbing Varus' auto attack in the meantime and avoiding death. Despite their chase, he escapes the enemy team with 2 kills thanks to an outstandingly well-played Lee Sin. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have Permanent Love on Orianna in a high elo game with many familiar names you may recognize. This play starts out with the spin into a mocking shout, slowing Kog'Maw and forcing Alistar to support him. With Alistar deeply committed, purple team turns to fight and we pay attention to Orianna's ball, which is placed to deal damage to Tryndamere, but then all of a sudden she sees an opportunity to ult, catching all 5 enemy players on the rim of the circle and pulling them directly in the center as the general immediately follows it up with his ultimate, decimating the enemy team and turning the tides of the fight. In the blink of an eye, purple team has killed 4 enemy players, and after some chasing, the Alwan hunts down Diana for the ace and immediate win to follow. In addition to the game-changing Orianna ultimate, I have to give it up to purple team for playing that perfectly. The support from Alistar, the positioning of Kog'Maw, the perfect Orianna ultimate, and finally the follow-up ult from Hecarim to turn the 4v5 into an ace and win for purple team. And for the bonus clip of the week, we have AZ and Natsu and Ezreal, who picks up quite a lot of kills considering he didn't do a single thing throughout this fight. Just as a heads up to everyone, heading out to PAX East in a couple of weeks, Brandon and I will be heading over there and doing a fan meetup as well as playing some games with people, so if you're going, look out for us either at the Machinima or Alienware booths. Thanks for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, have a wonderful weekend.